Hello YouTube, this is Hankster123 here. Today I will be doing my top 10 anticipated films of 2015. Happy New Year. I just want to make a few honourable mentions. Jurassic World, Inside Out, Kingsman of the Secret Service, Tomorrowland, The Crimson Peak, and The Hateful Eight. And also the Fantastic Four reboot and Mission Impossible 5. Let's start off with number 10. Starting off with number 10, which is Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, directed by Francis Lawrence, she also directed Catching Fire and Mockingjay Part 1. Mockingjay Part 1 and Catching Fire are really great films compared to the first Hunger Games, which was directed by not her. And I love the Hunger Games book series. It's arguably my favourite book series, along with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And when I saw the last Hunger Games, it blew me away, even though I read the book. But how she directed some of those scenes and made them really heart-wrenching films, it's just incredible. So, and I really can't wait for this whole final to just end, and just looking forward to this film. So, Mockingjay Part 2 is number 10. Now to number 9 now is... Coming at number 9 is a film directed by Seth MacFarlane and has done a great comedy in 2012, and the film is going to be Ted 2. Before the first Ted, I was not really a huge Seth MacFarlane fan. I think he was a good voice actor, but I was never a huge Family Guy. I watched it sometimes to let the time pass, but when I watched Ted 2, it was just absolutely hilarious. The great animation to it, his voice it was Peter Griffin's voice, but the voice in Ted, he made it so unique, and Ted 2 has got me more into Family Guy, and I know this 2014 he did a film last year called A Million Ways to Die in This, which didn't do good reviews or did good at the box office, but I'm really looking forward to this film. I think you can't go wrong with Ted 2 unless he doesn't take this franchise seriously, but I'm really looking forward to this one. Coming in at number 8 now. Coming in at number 8 is a Marvel film. Was originally going to be directed by Edgar Wright, since 2008, but unfortunately there was a change of plan. They didn't want him anymore, so they had hang on a second. Peyton Reed, who has directed some low comedy films, but he is a true fan to the Ant-Man franchise, and I have seen him in interviews saying he does think he's so underused Ant-Man, and I think he's going to have a lot of potential. Marvel knows what they're doing. I'm a bit sad about Edgar Wright not doing it, but this guy knows what he's doing, so I'm very happy with Peyton Reed. You got a good cast. You got Michael Douglas, and you got Paul Rudd playing the two Ant-Mans, and I think that's a good cast choice. The trailer comes out on Tuesday, so I don't know if it's going to be. It may go a bit higher on the list, but a bit lower. But I'm really excited for this, guys. So coming in at number 7 now. Number 7 is Chappie, directed by Neil Blomkamp, who directed District 9, which is one of my favourite sci-fi films. And I've seen the trailer. People are a bit mixed about it, saying that, oh, it's going to be like District 9, but with a different story. But this film looks really emotional, heart-wrenching film. You got Hugh Jackman. You have got some smaller cast, B-list kind of people, but I think this film has a lot of potential. I mean, you can already tell by the trailer this is going to be a hell lot better than that Elysium came That was from 2013, starring Matt Damon. But I think this film's going to have a lot of heart and soul to this one. It looks really, has a bit of fun to it. But I think it's going to be a very emotional ride for this film. Coming in at number 6 now. Number 6. This is a really quite a soft film, a nice animation film, something on the list. But number 6 is Peanuts. And I never grew up with the Peanuts franchise. It was way before my time. But I have seen bits of it as a kid, and it's just quite a nice atmosphere to it. I've seen the trailer for it. The animation looks fantastic. It doesn't look really disrespectful like you see these animation reboots today, like the Smurfs or Alvin and the Chipmunks. But I'm really looking forward to this one. I've seen the trailer with when Snoopy pretend he's flying his little house. So I'm really looking forward to it, guys. Moving on to number 5 now. Coming at number 5 is Mad Max Fury Road, directed by George Miller and starring Tom Hardy as Mad Max. Even though I haven't seen the previous Mad Max movies, but I have seen bits of them and I find them quite entertaining. But I'm very happy about the trailer. I was very satisfied. I loved the car scene and the practical effects in the desert with the cars. Tom Hardy's one of my favourite actors going today. I'm very, very anticipated for this film. Looking forward to seeing this film and hopefully picking up the first 3 Mad Max on Blu-ray. I actually don't know yet if this is going to be a sequel or is this going to be a reboot, but I'm not fussed because you got the same director who's directed the first 3 Mad Max movies, and that was like 20 years ago. So I'm really excited for this, guys. Moving on to number 4 now. Number 4, Terminator Genisys. I'm a little bit sceptical about this because Arnold Schwarzenegger is quite old, and they're going to make sure they're going to do like the first film offence doesn't happen, so this movie can happen. It's a bit confusing, but I'm really excited for this film. I really hope they change the franchise a bit, get rid of what happened in Terminator 3, and maybe hopefully rebuild this franchise. And I'm really excited for that. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love this. I can't wait for the scene when you get the really young CGI Arnold with the old grey hair Arnold. So I'm really very excited for that. And I love the plot. The plot is a very interesting plot. And the special effects, I'm a bit worried about that because that doesn't look anything new compared to what we had in Terminator 2. But Terminator Genisys is my 4th anticipated film of 2015. Moving on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is the 24th James Bond film movie, Spectre, directed by Sam Mendes, who directed Skyfall, which is probably my 2nd favourite Bond film, just after On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I loved how Sam Mendes did a good job with the Skyfall franchise. And Daniel Craig is one of my favourite Bonds. He's probably 3rd place. I just love how they used Skyfall. I loved how they used all the cheesiness from the old Bond films with the modern day with Casino Royale. So I'm really excited for that, guys. This is going to be Daniel Craig's 2nd to last Bond film. So I hope he does a really good job with this one, like he did with Skyfall and Casino Royale. Not with Quantum of Solace. That's a horrible film. We don't talk about. That's the worst Bond film. We do not talk about that. Thanks. So coming in at number 2 is Avengers Age of Ultron, directed by Joss Whedon. I'm a huge Joss Whedon fan. I loved the first Avengers film. I love Firefly and Serenity, some of my favourite sci-fi programs and movies. I'm a huge Avengers fan, and I love Ultron and the way they're using him in this film. I've been waiting for this film since 2012, and when 2013 came, with the announcement of Ultron. I was dead excited. And they're bringing new characters, and this film's going to change the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm already going to try and book my tickets in advance, and on the 1st of May. Make sure you guys go and see that. Now coming in at number 1. Number 1, Star Wars Episode 7, Force Awakens. Now when they were going to do a new Star Wars trilogy, I was a bit worried because I thought we need to let this thing go now. But when they, but through time when they announced the cast, they got really J.J. Abrams, one of my favourite directors, who renewed the Star Trek franchise. So I think he's going to do a good job of this franchise. And also the trailer just came out in December, and it was amazing, especially when you get the CGI mixing with the practical effects. We got the best cast. We got a great new cast. Very excited for this. So I'm really have to wait since next December for this film to come out. But I'm deadly excited. I'm a huge Star Wars fan since I was a child, more than the Marvel. So that is it, guys. My top 10 anticipated films of 2015. Make sure you leave a comment down below, like, share, and I'll see you guys soon.